Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nossos programas oferecem vários idiomas. Acesse suprememastertv.com/schedule.
हमारे कार्यक्रम पेश किए जाते कई भाषाओं में कृपया देखें suprememastertv.com/schedule。
我们的节目提供多种语言，请看 suprememastertv.com/schedule。
Rancangan kami menawarkan banyak bahasa. Sila kunjungi suprememastertv.com/katapan-schedule.
برامجنا متوفرة بالعديد من اللغات. يرجى زيارة suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Наши программы предлагают много языков. Пожалуйста, посмотрите suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Нашите предавания предлагат много езици. Моля вижте suprememastertv.com/schedule.
In the beginning of that primordial time of our world, these beings, they don't need to eat anything. These beings, they don't eat anything because they came from the third world or second world, or even astral world. And they don't eat anything. Therefore, they can fly everywhere. Yes. And they just live their life almost like the way where they came from, like from heaven.
Please continue watching to find out more.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's episode will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Aulacese, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, and Thai. "亲爱的观众，很高兴见到您。我是伊凡，来自现代化的新加坡。这里以爱和真挚的友谊欢迎您。新加坡位居世界的十字路口之一，重要的战略地位使它成为主要的货品集散、贸易往来、通讯和旅游中心。今日，新加坡拥有世上最繁忙的港口、最好的机场和航空公司之一。新加坡也以花园城市闻名于世。虽然岛上的摩天大楼自恃邻比，但是道路两旁花木扶疏，处处可见赏心悦目的植栽。这都得归功于新加坡政府常年努力种植树木，美化环境。新加坡独树一帜，在于和谐地融合种族和文化。早期的移民由马来人、华人、印度人和欧洲人，成为一处民族大熔炉。各种族有其独特的文化，一年四季都有缤纷的特殊节庆，大家一起同乐。体贴的观众，很高兴为您介绍非凡的新加坡，我国人民献给您最美好的念想。 青海无上师30多年来以神圣教理照亮世界。这位完全开悟的名师，传授观音法门，帮助渴望的求道者即刻开悟，一世解脱。所有开悟名师都修观音法门，如佛陀、孔子、古鲁那纳克、耶稣基督、老子、祖奎师那、摩诃毗罗、先知穆罕默德，祝他平安，还有很多。他强调，我们只要时时想念上帝，为他人无私奉献，遵循宇宙律法，将达到人类最高果位，了悟来到地球的目的。青海无上师慈悲为怀，是非凡的在世典范，经常援助难民、街友、灾民和需要帮助的人，给予物资和经济援助，以爱心抚慰他们。青海无上师表示，深深感谢挚爱的上帝多年来的恩赐，给予能力略尽绵薄，为苦难同胞提供物质方面的帮助，抚慰并支持他们，且能力行慈善，将上帝的爱与慈悲传达给他真爱的儿女。青海无上师获得各组织团体、政府、媒体和各界人士的支持与爱戴，并获他们颁予许多奖项，例如2006年故世和平奖，此奖等同东方的诺贝尔和平奖；1994年的世界精神领袖奖；2008年摩诃毗罗奖，2月22日和10月25日都被定为青海日、美国荣誉公民等等。他卓越的人道善行，多年来获颁无数奖项，博得世人无数赞誉。 由于篇幅和时间有限，请恕我们无法列出许多其他奖项与荣耀。致力为动物发声的青海无上师，提倡和平爱心的植物饮食。他更许下宏愿，希望人类醒悟，众生皆神圣，缔造和平辉煌的纯素世界，动物和人类共存共荣。他以各种方式倡导纯素生活，例如广发传单，您也可以选择这样的生活；开设爱家、国际纯素餐厅、纯素食品公司、纯素皮草产品和无上师电视台。他也经常呼吁政府和媒体领袖，并参加气候变迁视讯会议。无论世人是否警觉，其努力影响世人自具，唤醒人们选择善待动物的生活，并奉行慈悲之道，天下才能永久太平，救地球免于气候变迁及天灾。青海无上师多年来足迹遍布全球，从美国到非洲、欧洲到大洋洲，对大众和他的徒弟讲经开示数百场，阐释各种灵性主题。今天我们有幸为您播出其中一场精辟的开示，主题为师徒之间节目《楞严经》4决定清净明慧的断偷与断妄语7集之一。2018年12月23日，以英文开示于台湾新地，台湾又称福尔摩沙。
Hello there. Your beautiful grandma is here. New stuff. Bling bling. Bling bling, Fred. You know. Right. I joined the brothers. Bling bling. Okay. This is called something like enlighten or something like that. Awaken. You know better than I do. God, what kind of designer who doesn't even remember what she designed? Told you, grandma, huh? She forgot many things. Too busy. Too busy about things that's not important. Some important, some are not. Okay. Hi then, beautiful people, handsome guys, tough group. Okay, how are you today? You have good food? Yes. Enough food? Yes. Okay. That's the main point. Yeah. Far away from home, no wife, no husband, no beautiful karma children. If no food, then what to live for? What come here for, right? And bring in the weather so that you know you're at home, especially the Western, from England or something. This weather we don't need, okay? They bring all kind of presents, you know. Present that I don't always want to have. Okay, now get down to business. No matter what, I have promised you to read you this sutra, so I do it. I'm just wearing this so you know I'm getting old. There's no doubt about it. I don't know, when I see you, I feel okay, better. But when I'm at home, I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to get out, I don't want to dress up. I don't want to even eat. Today I did not eat. My lunch or breakfast, they took it away. When I first came here, I told them, okay, make me a kitchenette, you know, just outdoor. I like it to cook under the sky. Okay, fine, I had one. Very simple. Just though the electricity that you plug in, turn the knob, voila, cooking, right? Sometimes when I don't eat the food, I eat the whole day waiting there, it's too cold. I warm it up a little bit. Now I warm some medicine, yeah. Okay, it's all good. Oh, I'm happy. Very simple. Just one little, like something that you put the balls and the stuff in there. Huh? Shelves, yeah. They put balls and chopsticks and stuff. Okay, wonderful. And a little electric cooker with the 2 pots on it. I'm happy, yeah. Exactly what I want, simple life. Because my life is complicated already. I cannot just play with them, these push it button and push that button and push that one again and then wait until it glows. You know? I'm just turning the knob, simple. It cooks us the same, yeah? Why trouble? It's modernized, you know? I am not very I'm cave woman, remember caveman? I just sought out the cave a few days ago only. The cave tradition is still hanging on, you know, all over. I'm just wearing this so you know I'm civilized, you know. I left the cave behind. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. When I see you, I look good. I feel better, yeah. I guess because of all of your eyes and heart, expecting great things, you know, from the master. And this energy, you know, kind of, how you say, boosts me up, lifted me up. Oh, thank you for your lifting me up. I could do with some uplifting. Okay, now let's get down to business, serious business, Buddha business. We should really thank the past masters, monks and nuns and scholars who have taken time to record the Buddha's teaching after the master's nirvana, and also for the past and present persons, lay or monks or nuns who have really dedicated themselves, sacrificed their time and precious health or under any difficult situation to translate this so that I can read it to you. And we have to thank them. And may they be blessed forever by all the Buddhas, past, present, and future. May their merit be immense. May they be liberated forever. Thank you. According to Buddhism and the believer and the tradition, when you read Sutra and all that, you have to put on incense, flower, you know, and bow to the Sutra first and thank all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, all respectfully, before you read it, okay? And then you cover the Sutra also with silk, or, you know, beautiful cloth, and I just make it more popular. Yeah, more easy, simple. And I apologize to all the Buddha. I say if I done something wrong, according to the tradition, my heart is full of respect. It's just that I cannot always do that. So please, all the sin, whatever I've done wrong, is all on me. At least other people, they hear the names of the Buddha, according to the Sutra, they will get benefit. Yes. Okay, yesterday we were talking about the Buddha saying that a monk, real monk, should not wear any silk, should not wear any leather boots, yeah. In his time already had boots, silk, and furs, he say it here, yeah. Okay, camera, zoom in so that they know I'm telling the truth. Zoom, 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 zoom. You see this one, this part, yeah. Buddha said everything here, okay? All right, yeah. Buddha said so many things in here that could offend many people, offend many businesses, just like I do. Maybe that's why some people say, this is not a Buddhist sutra. It's not Buddha who said that. Nonsense. If Buddha didn't say that, who said that? Huh? I wasn't there. Was I? No, we were not there to tell people, be veg, go green, nothing. It was the Buddha who said this. That's why I said to the team, put the Buddha vegan, not vegetarian. Vegan. Was a lot of Jainism. Mahavira, he was also vegan. He even advised, not allowed, but he advised his disciple to not to even eat root, not to dig the root to eat it, because it might hurt the worms. You know, the worms in the ground. There are some roots that don't attract worms, so you can eat. But there's some root maybe attract worms, and by the digging, maybe it will hurt the worms. You know, all the masters are so compassionate like that. Yeah. Are you Hindu or sister? Hindu, right? Yes, yes. Hinduism also emphasized ahimsa in any form at all. Yeah? Not to talk about going to war or killing animals, to each other, to insects, to everyone. Now, Buddha is no exception. The Lord Mahavira is no exception. So, not wear silk, not wear leather boots, not wear furs, not wear down, from the birds, the geese, young feather, yeah? Yes. Originally, I thought only when the feather fall down naturally, but maybe by the demand of the industry and the people, maybe they pluck, especially the little chicks. They care nothing. Chicken, if it's a male, meaning no more, cannot produce eggs, they just throw them in a drain and then just grind them and then die. Oh, I cannot sleep for many nights thinking of this poor chicken. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. So you don't even consume milk. I mean, the monks, the Buddha talking to the monks now. Not even cream. Cream is from the milk, yeah? Not that kind of cream. Not soya cream or soya milk that we are using nowadays, because it's vegan, it's okay. And then butter, non-vegan butter, is made from milk. You know that, right? Yeah, in the old time. They churn the milk, make into butter and cheese. Yeah. But in the old time, even then, the Buddha was already very strict, yeah? In the old time, they don't have this kind of industrialized animal farm. They don't confine them into little cages until they could move no more and all that. And still the Buddha say no. Not to talk about nowadays, they just abuse them and force them until they could not walk, they could not stand no more. This is really cruelty at the utmost. So no butter even. Then this person who avoid all this will really transcend this world. Okay. When they have paid back their past debts, they will not have to re-enter the triple realm. Oh, for avoiding this, you will not enter the three realms, meaning hell, hungry ghosts, and born as animals. Animal without this kind of holy essence, not like Buddha when he was born as an animal, just to make affinity with other beings, yeah, with animals and all that. Also, astral being is another three realms of existence, which is the low heaven beings, the humans, and astral beings, yes. But don't say that all the astral beings are low and bad. No, just like if you read the book from Yogananda, his master, she used the word, Giri. He's in the astral world just because he was appointed to be there to teach, the astral beings. These astral beings could be his former disciples also who has not been able to ascend further. Yeah, and the master, of course, will continue to stay there to teach them all the way up to the 5th level. Okay, that's why Jesus promised, I will never leave you nor forsake you till the end of the world. And that many words, not just this word only. So this is the promise of a real master. This is true like that. But hurry up, okay? Don't stay in the astral level and thinking, oh, master will come and take me anyway. It could take long, long eons. And you see other brother and sister on other religious group are passing by you with flying color, and you're sitting in the astral world and thinking, when will I get up there? When? 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 It's just like here. If here you don't practice diligently, you go up there, it's the same. If you don't practice diligently, then just staying there. It's like when we study in the class and we are lagging behind. And if you're lagging too long, then maybe you have to be recycled again so that you become human or others, so that you can continue to learn, maybe with other masters if you're lucky. You have enough merit. It depends on what you want, really. All right. So now, being a vegan, avoiding all animal byproducts, doesn't give you complete liberation. The Buddha said only he will transcend this world, not S, world, and with a D. Okay? Meaning, you be able to avoid the hell, the being hungry ghosts, or be reborn again as animals, like domestic animal, working very hard. I told you the story about a soul who was born in different animals, and when he was born as a horse, he also fed up. He tried to kill himself. Remember all that? No, I don't think you do. It's a long time already. If you have to listen to all my lecture, I think you will grow old. It's a big bird here. All right. He tried to kill himself as when he was different animals, but he never succeeded. Even if he succeeded, he was born again in another animal, and then tried to kill himself. But no use. Your karma have to last until the time's up, having master or not. Even the Buddha, he mentioned here, maybe later. Yeah, not here. After, we have more to come. You see that? You see how long it lasts here? Huh? You see how much I have to study, do my homework for you? And before that, I do homework before that also, to check out anything else. And then I keep reading and I lost the pages. Oh, I just keep looking again. Where is that demons? Where is the demons? Because the Buddha was talking about demons. Understand that possessed practitioners when he or she not vigilant enough, okay? And then I lost the page because I keep reading, and then I forgot, and then something, or maybe dogs barking, or somebody bugged me, somebody or something, and I forgot what page. I come back to keep looking many hours until I find it. There's no index here so that you cannot find where is what. Oh my God. A lot of fun, eh? For you. Very funny. The Buddha also asked them, why? Is it because when one wears something taken from living creature, one creates condition with it? Just as when people eat the 100 grains their feet cannot leave the earth, the ground. Meaning, in the beginning, why Buddha say this? In the beginning, in the other kind of sutra, I don't remember which one, the Buddha mentioned that. In other kind of sutra, when the Buddha talked to someone else before, long time ago, long before this one, and the Buddha mentioned that in the beginning, when this world just began to form, yes, and there was empty, vacant, and then the Brahman being came to establish his throne here, and then he was lonely, and he was thinking, oh, I wish some other beings would join me, and then slowly other beings would join him. In the beginning of that primordial time of our world, these beings, they don't need to eat anything. These beings, they don't eat anything because they came from the third world or second world, or even astral world, and they don't eat anything. Therefore, they can fly everywhere. Yes, and they just live their life almost like the way where they came from, like from heaven. Yeah, the heaven people, they think and they just get what they want. They think and they just fly. If they want to go to Kaohsiung, they think of Kaohsiung and they just go, flying. No need airplane, no need buying, booking, passport, nada, nix. How nice. That kind of life is heavenly life. And then slowly they live in the world, then they bore, they play, they frolic around, and then one day they saw some form that manifests itself on the sea surface. And then they taste it. Oh, it tastes good. It's sweet and nice. That's the first time they ever tasted some physical substance. Okay, and then, they continue eating that. It tastes sweet. I guess it's seaweed or something in the very primary form, yeah? They eat, they like it, and then they eat, okay. And later they begin to feel like they should eat. They get the habit of eating. And then they look in, there's no more form around. The sea doesn't supply enough, so they go look something else. They see some crawling plants or some with flowers and look good, so they tasted it. It tastes good. So they continue eating that. And later they saw some fruit from the trees, and they try that. Then they eat that. Oh, feels good. And so they continue eating one thing after another. And later they found some grains, and then corn and stuff like that abound on the earth's surface. They keep eating one thing after another. And then the more they eat, the shorter they can fly. The more they digest these earthly food, the lower they can ascend their body. And then their body begins from the etheric body, from the light body, it becomes more and more coarse and dense. And then slowly they cannot fly no more. And we are the descendant of these no flying people, according to Buddha, story. Now, the Buddha mentioned here, like the human who eats 100 kind of grain, meaning a lot of grain, doesn't mean we eat 100, but, like 500, 2,000. 800 kind of grain cannot leave the ground, cannot lift his feet up from the ground. That's why I want to explain this to you, why the Buddha say that. Got it now? And then it doesn't end there. After that, they eat the grain, yeah? And in the beginning, the grain is a big, huge kind of round thing. Like, the rice, for example, a grain of rice is as big as, I don't know, maybe a few meters circumference, round like that. And then at the time, whoever needs to eat, that grain will just roll and roll to the door of that person. But later, they keep eating too much, and the grain becomes smaller and smaller. maybe the marriage has diminished, until smaller size, and they become more and more human, earthling-like. So the grain becomes smaller, so they will use it, and then it's scattered on the ground, and they grow into smaller grain, But nevertheless, it grows a lot. So more than enough for everybody. And they grow other things, like fruit, vegetable, fragrant herbs, all that. Okay. Everyone, they grow on the field. Everyone wants it. They just go out and get as much as you need. Okay? Tomorrow go get again. And then slowly their form change from like a genderless, becomes, they are different. Depends on how much you eat. The more our ancestors eat, the less beautiful they became. And then their form change. Depends on what they eat or how much they eat. They change into men and women. And then it becomes the desire be born out of these the different shapes. And then they begin to do things to each other. And then everybody else who doesn't do it yet point at them, say, how can they do that to each other? We're brother and sister. Oh, that's very bad, very bad. And they begin to then hide themselves. They start to have to find some place to hide. Then they start to live in cave and all that. And there's not enough cave then, as people begin to desire each other and try to couple with each other. And then so they build houses, and then they need land, and then they begin to possess, this land is mine, and then put fence around it. And then later, because they are too busy with each other, men and women, they're lazy. They don't want to go out into the field where the food were growing for them. So they don't want to go every day to get it. And then so they go out and take a lot to their home at one time. So they don't have to keep going out again. And therefore it becomes food shortage. And then they begin more and more trouble, conflict and fighting, and then possessive, and then begin to say, this piece of fruit land is mine, that is mine also, I harvested yesterday, today will be mine again, next week, next month, next year, all mine. And then it's begin the trouble, fighting, competing. And then the government are born. Because somebody has to interfere with all this fighting and arguing and quarreling. Okay, and then you have police, and then you have army, and then etc., etc. And we inherit all this until now. So, now you know. So, the Buddha continued. This is Buddha talk now. So, both physically and mentally, one must avoid the bodies and the byproducts of other living beings by neither wearing them nor eating them. It's so clear. I read word by word, It's not me, I say that, Buddha said, I say that such people have true liberation. Then finally, they also have liberation if they don't eat meat. I guess if they don't eat meat and wearing animals or using animals' product, then they are at least liberated from the 3 lower incarnations. And then because they continue to do that, they have no more bad karma, very little karma. Then when any master comes, they would be able to find him. The master will find such a pure and karma-less people to save them. Then, of course, finally, they will be completely liberated. Sooner or later. So that's why the Buddha say that such people have true liberation. The Buddha said, what I have said here is the Buddha's teaching. I mean the saint's teaching. Not just him teaching, but him in the lineage of the saint. The Buddha's lineage, the saintly lineage. What I have said here is the Buddha teaching. Any explanation counter to it is the teaching of Papayan, the heretic, or atheist, not true teaching. Further, now Buddha explained something else, some other precepts, okay? We had, purity from lust, no more lust precept. And now a killing precept we just done. And now Buddha continued to expound further about the non-stealing. So Buddha said, further, Ananda, if living beings in the 6 paths of any mundane world had no thoughts of stealing, they would not have to follow a continuous succession of births and deaths as well. All these precepts are paramount, important, so that you can be liberated, at least from a lower birth of existence. And then slowly the master will take you up higher. So the Buddha said, your basic purpose, meaning to Ananda and the monks at that time, your basic purpose in cultivating samadhi is to transcend the wearisome defilement. But if you do not renounce your thought of stealing, you will not be able to get out of the dust, meaning this kind of dusty world, the earth, yeah? Even though one may have some wisdom and manifestation of Chan Samadhi, meditation Samadhi, one is certain to enter a devious path if one does not cease stealing. At best, one will be an apparition. On the average, one will become a phantom. At the lowest level, one will be a devious person who is possessed by a made ghost. So it's no good. All of them no good. Even the highest, the middle, and the low, no good, no good. These devious hordes have their groups of disciples as well. Imagine that. I thought only I have disciples. Now ghosts even have disciples. Fancy that. I was so proud, and I don't think I'm proud anymore. Even ghosts have disciples. What a big deal about me, having disciples like that. These devious hordes have also their groups of disciples. It says of himself that he has accomplished the unsurpassed way, Buddhahood, enlightenment, complete enlightenment, that's what I mean. Unsurpassed. Nothing can compare to their way of accomplishment. That means they're on top already. After my extinction, the Buddha extinction, in the Dhamma and in age, these phantoms and apparitions will abound, spreading like wildfire as they surreptitiously cheat others, calling themselves good, knowing advisors. They will each say that they have attained the superhuman abilities, enticing and deceiving the ignorant, or frightening them out of their wits. They disrupt and lay waste to households wherever they go. Very destructive group of ghosts, of apparitions. I teach the bhikshus to beg for their food in an assigned place in order to help them renounce greed and accomplish the Bodhi way. The bhikshus do not prepare their own food, so that at the end of this life of transitory existence in the triple realm, they can show themselves to be once returners who go and do not come back. In this case, the Buddha means triple realm, meaning this world and a little bit higher, to the Brahma. So when you pass all this world to pass the Brahma realm, then you are truly liberated forever. So in this case, if the bhikshu, the monks, do whatever the Buddha has listed above, then he will surely be liberated. Yeah. And see, they never come back. Yeah. Once returners who go and do not come back. Okay. Then why does he say once returners? It could be that they have returned already into this world one time only. Yeah, already they exist already as a human, as monks, but they will never come back again. If they go up to the higher level, they will never come back again. Truly liberated. Okay, got that. How can thieves put on my robes and sell the thirst come one, saying that all manner of karma one creates is just the Buddha Dharma? The Buddha means that these people, the one who are not worthy of monkhood, the one who doesn't keep the precept and just put on the robe, look like a Buddha or a monk and cheating others, selling the Buddhas even, meaning just to repeat what he said, but don't do anything as the Buddha did, and just cheating people just to gain their fame and richness, comfort, life, or make people respect them, bow to them, just to gain their own benefit. So the Buddha warned the people about this kind of monk, just the same like Jesus has warned his disciples and the later generation that beware of the wolf in lamb clothing. Yes. After Jesus died, there may be a lot of wolves like that proclaiming his teaching for their own benefit. Well, it's kind of true, because even within religion, same religion, there used to be some wars and a lot of bloodshed. Remember, in the name of God, same religion, not like different religion even. And still the same, many recently as well, yeah? Up to the recent years, still in the same name of the same religion, same God, fighting, bloodshed. Oh, what a sad thing. So the Buddha continued to say that these so-called monks, so-called fake monks, will slander those who have left the home life and regard bhikshus who have taken complete precept as belonging to the path of the small vehicle. Because of such doubts and misjudgments, limitless living beings fall into the relentless hell. Not only these people, they sell the Buddha teaching for their own benefit, but they also misled other people to fall into the wrong concepts, the wrong way of life, and or go to relentless hell. It is non-stop punishment, relentless. No respite, that's what it is, right? No stop even for 1 second. In some hell, you have a tea break. I told you that story. But this hell, no respite, continuously. You cannot die, you cannot live, nobody helps you. Nobody hear your voice. You don't hear any of the saints' name in that kind of hell. You don't have even a nanosecond to even think of anything good, like saints or Buddha, Jesus, nothing in such a hell. In such a situation, it's made to you like that. Make you completely forget about everything, just suffer too much, relentlessly, continuously, that you cannot even remember 1 nanosecond about the Buddha or anything. This is a terrible hell to fall into. And it go on forever. That's why they say non-stop and relentless. I wouldn't wish anyone to fall into that kind of hell. Please keep the precept. At least you won't fall into hell. Even if you don't believe me, don't follow me, keep the 5 precepts for your own sake. Don't have to believe me. Just be a good person. Meditate if you can. If not, keep the 5 precepts. If you anyone who keeps the 5 precepts and never kill anyone, never has harmful thought to anyone, at least he can be reborn again as human. Even if they eat meat, but because they don't know, ignorant, and they eat meat, but they have never killed themselves. They never kill the animal themselves. Then they still continue to be born as human until their merit run out before they even meet any master. If they meet the master, any enlightened master who has the power to liberate them while they're still in human form, that's lucky people. Because their merit is still have to attain, to remain as a good human, healthy and sane intellect, to understand what the master is talking about and follow a master. But if their merit run out, or they become handicapped or mentally incapable, then even they meet the master, useless. Understand? They don't understand what is it all about. They have to understand what the master teaching in order to uphold it, to follow it. Then they can be liberated. So keep the 5 precepts. Always think good, do good, and help others if you can. Then you'll be surely reborn again as good human. Have a decent life, or maybe a rich life. Depends on how much you give and how much heart you have while you're giving it. How pure you are when you're giving. Yeah. Then you'll be rich or medium rich or poor accordingly. Okay? Yes. Master also no exception. Not because you are master and then you can just live recklessly and disregarded of the law, or no helping people, no sympathetic to people, and no charitable heart, then also no good. Actually, before you became a master, you must have been trained all that already. Otherwise, you couldn't be a master. What I meant is, even you have become a master already, but your karma in the past life, you have not paid, still have a little bit, then it will double, triple, 100 times more, so that you suffer more than normal people. Okay, I say that bhikshus who, after my extinction, have decisive resolve to cultivate samadhi, and who, before the images of thus come ones, I mean the Buddhas, can burn a candle on their body, or burn off a finger, oh God, or burn even 1 incense stick on their bodies, will, in that moment, repay their debt from beginningless time past. Okay. They can depart from the world and forever be free of outflows. Outflow means fault. Though they may not have instantly understood the unsurpassed enlightenment, they will already have firmly set their mind on it. Now I want to explain to you something. Burn the candle or burn the incense on your body. That was because Buddha is not there anymore, okay? And some people are so earnest, want liberation, so they do some kind of little sacrifice on themselves. Therefore, if you became a monk or nun in a Mahayana tradition, just like I did, they put some incense on your head, to burn it. I still have 3 holes here. Some burn even more, but 3 is the minimum, just because of that. Because it is believed that if you do a little sacrifice like that, you will be free from sin. You set your mind truly, firmly on the path of renunciation and to help yourself and sacrifice for others. This is a symbol of sacrifice and disregard your comfort for other beings in the future. Because to be a monk, your ideal is to liberate others, to help others to understand the holy teaching, not for yourself only. So anyway, some burn more afterward. But at the time of ceremony, for being a monk or nun, they give you 3 burning incense only. It burns until your skin burn off. The incense is small like that, okay? And then it keep burning until it burned to your skin. Yeah. And it did hurt. And if you want to burn more, you do it at home. Because at the time of taking the precept, the foreign precept to be a monk and nun, there are so many people. So there's no time to burn more for you. But you can do that more at home. Of course, your head are all shaved already. So it's only the skin, the tender skin. And you burn where the most tender, right in front here. And that is a symbol of self-forgetting, self-dedication, self-sacrifice. So that you remember that you must do everything you can to help others, okay? Right. So that's why you're here. Okay, I explained that to you now so you understand more, huh? Yes. So if you want to become a monk or nun, for example, like that, in this Mahayana tradition, you have to be vegetarian. Yeah, and you have to burn your body, your head somewhere. Head is easy for them because the head is shaved clean before that, and then they put incense, it burn until it burn your head, your skin. And then after the incense has burned to your skin and the incense has no more burning, it's only ash, then they will take the ash away and they give you some cool watermelon to put on it. And they take care of you very tenderly, very nice people. So that's the Buddha say that. The Buddha gave many, many methods to purify yourself because he knows after he left, they might not be able to meet any other master. Even if you met a master, you will not understand it, you will not know. So if you continue to follow the Buddhism, and if you do this and that, then the Buddha will also be connected and help you somewhat. So it doesn't matter which tradition you follow. The original master will also try to help you. It's just the problem is a human that rejects it. Jesus, for example, Jesus always tried to help invisibly, but human that reject him. Or the Buddha reincarnate even, or master any, they reject him. They're waiting for Maitreya, they're waiting for second coming, third coming, fourth coming. They're waiting forever. That's why I don't want to make a Qinghaism. Because if I registered our group as an ism, then we have more privilege, more easy access, more easy. Doing anything is more easy because we are religion. Nobody can touch us. But we are just an association. Even then, people still think I'm trying to do something. Oh, I am trying to do something. I'm trying to awaken you and other people, whoever I can. But it's very difficult for any master to come down. After any master come down, they make a cult out of it. They make an ism out of it. And then the other master come later on, or the same reincarnated master have problem, by his own teaching, previous teaching. I told you before, in my ashram before, Sihu or other place, I don't have any building. I use my money for helping the poor, the less fortunate than us. Yeah, I told you because you still have a home to go, right? And homeless people, they don't have. The disaster people, they have nowhere to turn to. Yeah? Even if you get wet here, tomorrow you go home, you have dry clothes, okay? Even if you sit in a tent, so what? Even you have a tent. Disaster people, they don't have a tent. Homeless people, they don't have a tent. Therefore, I use the money for other things. I did not build any ashram at all. And then I told you, don't worry, just wait until I die. You have a lot of churches, maybe. Qinghai churches, possible. You see, after the Buddha, when he was alive, he would go begging for food. And now, beautiful temples everywhere. And if the Buddha reincarnated, he has to pay a ticket to go in, maybe. Or have to buy some incense or fruit to make offering or something, or have to register as a Buddhist or something, or the same with any religion. When I was in the Himalaya, I normally sit outside and meditate on the rock or somewhere outside, outside in the forest or something. But some day it's too hard or too cold or something. I went inside one of the temple to sit. And the monk kicked me out. Out, no, you cannot sit here. Yeah, I just sit and meditate only. And my legs were cramped or something. I couldn't get out fast enough. So I crawl out. Yeah, I'm going. I mean, I'm crawling out. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. Maybe I should have make an offering or something. I was almost penniless, okay, when I was in Himalaya. All right, continue with the Buddha, huh? If one does not practice any of these token renunciations of the body on the causal level, then even if one realizes the unconditioned, one will still have to come back as a person to repay one's past debts, exactly as I had to undergo the retribution of having to eat the grain meant for horses. The Buddha had to one time eat the grain that meant for horses or other food meant for horses for 3 months. Probably because he has a little bit of debt he did not pay. But if he had probably burned the incense on his body, then he has paid the debt. Then he didn't have to do that. You see, Buddha very compassionately explained all this, and he even confessed his own debt at his own expense, not wanting the disciple to worship him as a perfect, flawless, enlightened being, but still has some debt to pay from the past life. But this is a Maya arrangement that way, so that the Buddha had to have some debt. Otherwise, how can a Buddha ever had any debt? He's been a Buddha for, you cannot even count how many eons or kalpas already passed. He even confessed that. He has mentioned that if you burn a candle or incense or finger or one incense stick, even one incense stick on their bodies, anywhere, he didn't say on the head, but on their bodies, and then will in that moment repay their debts from beginningless of time. That's why I became a monk, in case I have debt, a lot of debts before. So I guess I'm free of debts now, and all the karma is yours. Yeah, yours karma on me. Because I have burned the incense, not just one incense, but 3. The Buddha said here, that means I don't have karma. Actually, before that, before I became official monk, I was in some ashram, walking, going from one ashram to another, looking for masters. And several people will look at me and say, you don't have any karma. Look at my hand, or look at my face. Say, you have a bodhisattva eyebrow. I don't know what bodhisattva eyebrow look like, but I did have it according to them. And look at my arm and my hands. You have no karma. Not at all. That was before I became a monk, okay? Yes. And then I became Tibetan monk, and I became Hindu monk, and then finally become Buddhist monk. I try all traditions. So if I wasn't clean by the Tibetan monk married, then I was clean by the Hindu monks married. If not, then I triple it by become Buddhist monk. So actually, I was free of karma. So whatever happened to me is all your fault. Lovely karma, yes. It's nice to blame somebody else. It's easy. The most easy way, is to blame everybody else. Yeah. I do the same. It's fun. Okay, now, the Buddha continued, when you teach people in the world to cultivate samadhi, they must also cease stealing. This is the third clear and unalterable instruction on purity given by the first come one and the Buddhas of the past and the honor ones in the past. I mean, many Buddha, one Buddha after another, all the Buddhas teaching this way, all the saints, all the first come ones teach this way, the precept. is important. That's why even if you become a monk or not even you burn incense, or you still need to take precept. You take the precept so that you always go straight, you know. I give you only 5 precepts and you complain, and sometimes you don't keep some of it. If you become a monk, 200-something precepts, monks and nuns, similar, understand me, in the Buddhist tradition. I don't want to tell you this, because if you know it, you have to keep it. Because you're lay people, so I cannot tell you. You understand me? Yeah. All kind of precepts you have to keep, not just 5 precepts. But these 5 precepts, even as Buddha mentioned here, are the main one. Okay? Because if you don't keep your mind pure from lust, other precepts also will be kind of depleting and, how you say, lacking. Okay? For example, if you're lusting after a woman, and maybe she's already married, or she's unattainable, and then, I don't mean you, but I mean some people who lacking of moral standard or lacking of self-control might try to find a way to harm anyone that get into his way to possess that woman of his desire. And then other precepts can also be broken. Therefore, the 5 precepts are the mother of other precepts, okay? All right. Keep them. Keep them with your life, okay? It's not just a written words. It is your life. It's your guaranteed shine for happiness ever after. Even if you stray from my teaching, keep the 5 precepts, okay? Because if you don't, you will be very terribly regret when you go to hell and undergoing all kind of payback punishment. Okay, huh? I don't want that to happen to any of you or anybody at all. But you already been taught right from wrong, so you do keep it, huh? It's not that difficult. 5 precepts is a very simple rules which should not be even a precept. It should be like a standard living way of a human, a decent human, not to talk about saint or practitioner or anything like that. Keep them. In Catholicism or Hinduism or Jainism, they all keep precepts. They all have this kind of basic ahimsa. No harming to others, yes? And stealing is also harming others in a different way, yeah? Because if you steal somebody money or something that he or she needs, then you discomfort that person. You make her and him, hers or his life not smooth, and then you make him worry and then distracting him or her from their daily routine or efficiency to their work, whatever they're doing. So when you do something, think twice, okay, before you do it. That's all, very simple. Whatever not yours, even if worthless, don't take. Very simple, okay? Is that difficult? No. Been told decades already, huh? The Buddha tell Ananda that when you teach people in the world to cultivate samadhi, remember, because Ananda asked the Buddha, how in the future can I help all the beings, even though I myself are not very highly developed, I'm not, maybe not saved yet, but I want to save others. I want to try. So the Buddha teach him all this, yeah? So he continued to say, when you teach people in the world to cultivate samadhi, meaning after Buddha is gone, nobody there, then if you want to teach others and teach them all this, all the above mentioned, regulation, precept, principle, okay? And plus, if they want to cultivate samadhi, they must also cease stealing, yeah? Don't steal anything. This is the third clear and unalterable, uncompromisable. That is the real truth. Nothing can replace it. No killing. No unethical sexual relationship, okay? No stealing. Even if you're married, you have to, taper off. The master in India, even they are married. Many of them do. Yeah, because they're married already before they became a master, or even afterward. But they have couple interaction only 3 times a year, just to make children, to do the tradition family, that's all. Not because they're lustful after that, just kind of duty. So this is unalterable rules of the universe that you must keep in order to be liberated, with or without the Buddha presence. Now, therefore, Ananda, if cultivators of chant, samadhi, in meditators, do not cease stealing, they are like someone who pours water into a leaking cup and hopes to fill it. I mean, useless. Useless. You waste your time. If you pour water into a leaking cup, will the water stay inside? No. So if you don't keep these basic precepts, then no matter how long you meditate, it just keeps leaking out, gone to the Maya power. The Maya will take it and use it to harm you and harm others as well. He may continue for as many aeons as there are fine motes of dust, but it still will not be full in the end. It's like that. If you don't keep the precept, forget your samadhi, forget your meditation. Useless to you. That's what the Buddha said. All right, I say the same. In Thailand, there was one sister. She had several disciples during meditation, seeing the vision that I was the King Rama V of Thailand. It's not my fault if they saw I was King Rama of Thailand. Understand me? Even if I was. Then she criticized me. Yeah. She said that according to her, any decent man will marry only one wife. The King Rama maybe have more than one wife. I can't remember. Maybe I'm not King Rama. I don't remember how many wives I had. If I did, so what? Okay? So I told her, even if King Rama or I married 100 times, or to 100 women, 100 men, I'm still enlightened. And I'm still in focus of enlightenment. And I'm still in heaven. Even master had to pay some debt, okay? Maybe not for the master himself, but for the disciples, okay? That's number one, okay? Like the Buddha has to eat the horse food, okay? Actually, in some other karma, in some other sutra, they say because of disciples' fault, disciple karma, that he had to do that. And no matter what, okay? There's a master business. Your business is just to take your precept, keep it, meditate, and be good, okay? Now, for the poor King Rama of Thailand, he was very famous, very beloved by his people, and he did a lot of good things for Thailand. Very beloved king. And any king who married once or twice or third times, it is tradition, it is obligation. Because in the old time, that is the king, they have to marry and have a lot of princes and princesses, so they can fill the post here and there, married to the neighboring countries' girls, princess or prince, to tighten the friendship, coalition with neighbors. That's how they do it, okay? Not necessarily that the king likes it. And you don't know what the king's heart problem. He may have many wives or concubines, but it works like this. Every night he had to pick up from the unknown, card, okay? Like, for example, I have 2, 3, 4 cards here, okay? Or 100 cards, whatever. The name is written here upside down. So I don't see what card, what name of the concubine is coming tonight. I just pick any. Oh, Elizabeth. Okay. And then the eunuch will bring Elizabeth to me, all wrapped in blanket, ready for business. Understand that? Okay. So the king don't even have any emotion involved in hundreds or how many hundreds of concubines. Just a job, just a work. Whether or not he likes that Elizabeth or not like Elizabeth. Fancy sleeping with somebody you don't like. Every night you have to do it. You don't even know her. You don't even know him. Fancy, huh? You like that? No. Even if you like women, you can't just like that all the time, right? It's like a job. And woe to any king who favor just one concubine. Then sooner or later his kingdom fall. You can see that in history. I don't know if your history, but China, for example. Like the king of Tang Ming Huang, he fancy one concubine. He loves only one. And later they hate her. They kill her. And they kill him too. His kingdom gone because of one beauty. Similar everywhere. One time in Vietnam, one king, he loves one of his queens very much. But he has to kill her because it disturbed him too much for his state affair. One time he sent her with a letter, sealed, with the king's seal, and she cannot open. She doesn't know what is inside. Nobody allowed to. He sent her to go to one of his generals with the letter. Inside he said, please kill her so that I will have peace of mind to take care of the country's business. He can't allow himself to be too much entangled in this emotional so-called love affair, even though he's entitled to it. Now, it is very sad, but being a king is not that easy, okay? There's other king also, if he favor one concubine, he's not allowed to. Even if he allow himself to do that, the whole court, royal court, or his mother, his advisor, they won't fancy that. They won't allow that. Sooner or later, he has to give her up, or the kingdom will fall because they will not support him. Because other ministers don't support him. Other family, powerful family in the country who offer their daughters to the king will not support him. Do you understand? Yes. Because their daughters are neglected. And the king will not fair to all of them and fancy only one. Then all the people will slowly fall off their favor. And then the king is alone. And with the queen who's being envied, jealous, hated, want to destroy. And then sooner or later it fell. Many times in the history of China, especially like that. You read them, okay? Now you know. So to criticize a king of having many wives is not fair anyway, okay? Whether or not I was King Rama or the King Rama have many wives or not, who cares? You have to see more, bigger picture. You can't just point your nose into the toilet alone in the house and say, oh, this place stinks. The toilet stinks, but not the whole place. The king, he has duty to his nation. He does everything or did what he can in order to uphold his country, to develop peace with all the neighbors. In order to do that, he had to marry his prince and princess to different countries' royalty. That was in it before. That's how they make peace and, coalition together to keep themselves strong. Therefore, he doesn't even know who's going to sleep with him tonight. It's just a card, you know? They give you every night a card. You just pick up one, and whoever comes will come. There's no every night romantic and stuff like that. It's not. And if you want to have a romantic one like that, then you're doomed. Sooner or later. It's like that. Because these ministers of the king, they love to give their daughter to be the king's favorite and concubine. Strengthen also their power, prestige, the whole family, like that. Even then, no benefit, but the wife of the king, my daughter. Of course, any father wants that. Any mother loves that. And therefore, the king was offered many from the minister or sub-ministers or the generals or the, whatever you name it. Yeah? They all have, if they have daughter, they offer to the king. And the king have to accept it so that they will be loyal to him, support him, yeah, make him strong and the country stable. If the king alone, how can he do anything, yeah? Even though he's so-called supposed to be the most powerful, but he doesn't have anybody support him. The general don't want to protect him. The minister don't want to help him. The ambassadors don't want to make relationship better with the other country. How the kings are going to govern anything? In the old time, relying on that. You see, nowadays we have many more better communication system. Yeah, we can go directly to another country. Being a king, you can go directly, or minister or prime minister, you can go and shake hands with a neighbor country quickly. In the old time, you have to rely on all these supports around you. All support you get. Therefore, he has to have many wives. And he has to be fair to all of them, and that is the rule. He cannot pick one or two or three. Just have to treat all of them. Every night he has to sleep with one different woman. And they take turn, you know. If they have 100, then he has to keep every night one until the 100's done and then return. He cannot have one wife, 2 nights, 3 nights. Just one. He likes it or not like it. It's like that. Even in China history, one king, he cannot have children. It's just like some men don't have children somehow, you know. Maybe their destiny, maybe they are not potent. So that king has no children at all with all his queens and, you know, second queens, third queens, concubines. No one bear him any child. He is impotent. So what they do? Every night, or every now and then, they make a party in the palace secret chamber somewhere, and they let the young, handsome, able, you know, potent men go into there and have party with the concubines. And then all the children are born from there, become prince and princess, and also marry off outside as the royal members. So the king still can, you know, strengthen his relationship with neighborhood country, even though he himself has no children. He does that. Very good. You see, so the king cannot even afford jealousy, not possessiveness of any concubine, even though if he's important, he cannot even afford to feel bad and then don't let other men come in and sleep with his so-called wives. He does that for the country. That is the man. No matter how many wives he has, he's a good king. You capiche now? Yes. You have to have wisdom, fairness, and IQ, okay? Not just judging a little petty here, petty there, petty there. It's no good, okay? It's a little mundane, but you should know a little bit, okay? Being a king, you know, it's not that easy. Nowadays, king doesn't have to have many wives anymore. But even then, I remember some decades ago, one queen of a country cannot bear children, and the king has to abdicate her. And she has to be dismissed because she couldn't bear children. King have to have children. To continue the royal lineage is an obligation. Obligation. So some nowadays, even the prince, if married to some lady, even royalty or not, she has to bear children, and right away, almost right away after wedding. Before that, they can be boyfriend, girlfriend for years, but have nothing. After married, immediately have children. You can see that, you know that. We go back to the precept, not going astray from the precepts, okay. The Buddha continued, if bhikkhus, monks, do not store away anything. Bhikkhus is a Sanskrit term for monks, for renunciates, yeah? Mostly referred to as monks only. Bhikkhuni is nuns, okay? The one who take full precept, 200-something precept, okay? And the dress to at bhikshu, mean real monk, full monk. And the bhikkhuni is the one, the same, okay? Otherwise, you can refer to as just monk and nun, okay? In this, the Buddha addressed the full monk, the high monk, okay? And at that time, normally in the old time in India, we don't have bhikkhuni. We don't have nuns. Nuns were not allowed in the monastery. It was before. And then after the Buddha became Buddha, his stepmother, or this stepmother, because his mother died at his birth, so the sister of his mother took care of him. And that mother wanted to become a monk also under the Buddha. And Buddha cannot refuse. It's his mother, and then his wife and all that. That's how the nuns' order came into being, okay? But the Buddha worried that because his mother is a queen of the country, highly positioned, respected, living in luxury and splendor, how is she going to be a humble nun, living ascetic life? Also, a nun is not easy in those days, They don't allow nuns because women, very inconvenient to travel around, to be alone, yeah? Also, we women have other things, other needs, yeah? And also, if mixing with monks, there might be other things, undesirable affection or thing might come about. So there were no nuns in the order of the Buddha, and at that time also. But the mother, how can he refuse? So he has to make some exception. But he said, even if you are the mother and the queen of the country, you still need to bow to the monks, no matter how young and how old his monkhood, okay, like how long he has been a monk. You still need to bow to them. If you accept that, then I will let you. The mother immediately bowed to all the monks. Yeah, and so the Buddha has to keep his promise. Same from then on, all the nuns in the Buddhist tradition, even though they took the full precepts and the full-fledged nunhood, just like equal to the monks, they still have to bow to the monk because of that. Not because the Buddha disrespect his mother, but number one, because she has to be humble, okay? To be a monk and nun, you must be humble. Otherwise, what's the use? You just sit there and take people offering and prostrating to you. Therefore, the Buddha make them go out and begging and all that, just to train humility and lessen greediness, yeah, and possessiveness. So being a monk and nun also has a very good advantage. You train yourself in some discipline. It's a very noble kind of lifestyle. Very frugal, very humble, but high living, high thinking, high enlightenment. And now, even if these monks and nuns might not study with me or something, I always, when I see monks and nuns outside, when I pass by in the airport or outside, I always make offering and always make obeisance to them because I respect their ideal. Not their body, but their ideal, their goal, the noble aspiration. I respect that. I always help. I always offer whatever I have in my pocket at that time. Anything, and pay very much respect, humbly to them. Because I think that kind of noble ideal of monkhood as nunhood is very difficult for anyone to follow. And if they can uphold it, they deserve respect. Whether or not they will be liberated or not liberated, I don't know who is high monk, who is low monk. I respect them all, okay? The ideal of life.
you connect the pieces that we can't get from the Bible or the Sutra. We can read, and read, but we can't connect it the way you do it.
Oh, really? Wow, I'm proud of myself. Thank you, Fred. Thank you. I don't know, it just come out. You can see, I always lecture spontaneously, talk spontaneously. I don't have any prompters or anything, whether or not I talk with the public or I talk with you. There's nothing prepared. Well, it's something maybe you have to know or you should know so that it strengthens your resolution in your practice. Yeah? It clears some doubts in your mind. So when you meditate, you're more focused. That's also good for you, huh?
One other thing. When people read the Bible, they can associate things with Jesus, but they cannot remember or they cannot associate it with any other master in any other way. And by listening to you and coming to know you and coming to understand what you're saying, now I can connect the Bible. And I really didn't understand it like you think you do, but I can understand it now because listening to the pieces you put together and the way you can hear one part and you don't quite understand it, but you can remember a scripture or two to connect everything. And this is what you've been able to do.
You enlighten, that's why. Yeah. By listening to talk, you can also be enlightened. It's just one method of enlightenment, one of the 84,000 methods. Yeah. Yeah, some monks in the Buddha's time, just hear the Buddha's voice. He became enlightened, became arhat. And that's how some people get enlightenment also, okay? It's just that Kuan method is the surest way, the long-lasting, and always can rely on, okay? The Buddha said that, but in another retreat, I will remind you again. I don't think we have time for this retreat, but another retreat, okay? When you go home, work, take a rest for me, and then I recover or do some more of my job, then we have another retreat, then we go further, okay? If I'm still alive, yeah? All right. Okay, now. Yeah, because sometimes I'm thinking to myself, can I continue? That's what it is. But thanks to your support and your love and your enthusiastic energy, I survive every time I come out. Survive. Yeah, by the way, I want to ask you, why did you cry yesterday?
Well, there's a lot, Master, but everything you say answers something that's in my mind.
Oh.
It's really incredible how I can be thinking or feeling or wondering something, and you just sort of answer exactly what was in my heart. A lot of the things you were saying yesterday were so prescient, immediate to my feelings and my worries and my fears, and you offered me guidance at the exact moment that I was asking a question, and you offered me reassurance at the exact moment that I needed it.
Okay.
And I am so grateful. Thank you so much.
I'm grateful too that you understood.
I love you so much, Master. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you too, and your wife too. All right, my love. I'm glad it helped you. You're a good kid. Anyway, yes. You're very good. I'm proud of you. In case you worry, I'm proud of you. Okay? I think you're a very good kid. Yeah. Before you came here even, I saw you on TV. You're a good kid, okay? So don't worry. You're fine. Okay, so now you know. The nuns in Buddha time begin from there. From the Buddha's time. Before that, they don't allow women to be nun. Because in India, to be a woman, you should never go out alone anyway. Okay? It's dangerous, yes. And you don't mix with men or outside of your family. But the order of renunciation at that time and before that, it's always men, you see? Men, because they're tougher. They can sit outside under the tree to meditate. They can go out for alms alone. They can endure more, supposed to endure more hardship than women, yeah? Woman is different body makeup, less convenient than a man to be an ascetic, okay? In the old time, monks supposed to be ascetic, yeah. They sit anywhere, they live, they sleep on the ground, they have just a few belongings. Women cannot endure all that. The Buddha was also worried about that his mother, second mother, was a royalty, lived in comfort and luxury, having servants, day and night. How is she going to bear this kind of life also? Not to talk about anything else. But she was determined. Yeah, she loved him that much, and she believed in him so much. So she determined. And then she has become a good nun. From then on, she became a chief of the nun. So anytime Buddha has some more nun, he will always handle it to her to take care. Yes, she was that enlightened. Yeah, but very humble because she knows, she understands the Buddha, she believes him, and she was enlightened. Very good, very good. But at that time, originally, the Buddha doesn't want any nun. Even after the mother begging him, he still don't want it. Because, a royalty and the mother, how is he going to mix in here? And where does she live? How can she endure all this? And is she going to be so snobbish and all the monks will be very afraid of her because she's a mother of the Buddha and the queen of the country? Who? These two titles scare any man. Not to talk about monks, yeah? And the Buddha worried that monks also very pure and simple. He worried they might feel oppressed, yeah? Uncomfortable around her. So he said, no. But thanks to whom, Ananda. He kneeled down and begged the Buddha, say, she is your mother. Yeah, you cannot differentiate that she's all sentient being. You preach that all equal. He preached back to the Buddha. He gave back to the Buddha whatever the Buddha said. Equality. All sentient being has Buddha nature. And then say, so I think you should also exercise compassion and mercy on your mother. And then the Buddha has to okay. So that's why in many Buddhist nunnery, they also revere Ananda photo, Ananda image, yeah, because he is the one who helped them to be able to follow this noble path. But it's maybe it's good for you to know something. Yes, so that you know why is this and why is that. Nah? If I just read this faster, but you don't know much more than the just a written word. There are history in here. There are background, okay? There are facts. And there are contributions of facts into this and that event, okay? At least you know I'm a real nun somehow, huh? I know something, right? About Buddhism. I don't know how I know all that. It's just too long ago. Somehow I just know and I read here and there, I guess, huh? Okay, so the Buddha continued. More strict now. If bhikkhus, at that time no none yet, so he just talked about monks. If monks do not store away anything but their robes and bowls, yeah. If they give what is left over from their food offerings to hungry living beings, if they put their palms together and make obeisance to the entire great assembly, humility, okay? Monks have to greet each other that way, yeah? Respectfully, humbly. So, if when people scold them and they can treat it as praise, monk, yeah? People scold them, they have to think it's like a praise to them, meaning no feeling of rejection or displeasure, the feeling like they are helping them. Yeah, of course they're helping them to train their humility, no? Or take away some of their karma. All right, so if they can sacrifice their very bodies and minds, giving their flesh, bones, and blood to living creatures, when needed, if needed, yes. And if they do not repeat the non-ultimate teachings of the thirst come ones as though they were their own explanations, meaning if they repeat the words of the Buddha, they should not claim it as if it's there, like they're so wise and so knowledgeable. But they probably have to credit like, first I have heard, yeah? Like the Buddha said that, the Buddha said this, yeah? Not like just talk like, like he knows everything. Just as if he's the Buddha himself, possessing all this wisdom. Then it's also like stealing, pretentious and faking, like faking. As if they were their own explanation. They should not, okay? Misrepresenting them to those who have just begun to study. Then the Buddha gives them his seal as having attained true samadhi. If any monks, who are so humble like that, and who are so frugal and ascetic like that, and also never claim whatever teaching from the Buddha as if their own, were misleading those people who just came, who doesn't know who's who doesn't know that these teachings are from the Buddha, yeah? Misleading them, let them think that this is this monk's teaching. Then the Buddha will certify him as attains true samadhi, means attain true wisdom, stabilization in his enlightenment, station. What I have said here, what I have said here is the Buddha's teaching. Any explanation counter to it is the teaching of Papir. As usual, he said that. Whatever he teach right here, right now, at that time, was from the saint. Truly saintly teaching, holy teaching. Anything else that is opposed to it is wrong. Ananda, though living beings in the six paths, you remember six paths? Low heaven, human, asura, hell, animals, ghosts, hungry ghosts. Though living beings in the six paths of any mundane world, you hear that? Any mundane world. Meaning the Buddha say that there are more worlds than just ours. See that? Yeah. All the planets, not just ours. We have been heard in that from your Supreme Master Jinghai, right? Now it is certified here. In any mundane world, just meaning in any earth like this, yeah? Similar. If any beings in the six paths of any mundane world may not kill, steal, or lust, either physically or mentally, these three aspects of their conduct, thus being perfect. And they keep these three mentioned precepts. Yeah. Yet, if they tell lies, this is the four now, the four precepts now. Okay, if they kept the three mentioned above, perfect. Good. But still, if they tell lies, the samadhi they attain will not be pure. This is a fourth precept now. They will become demons of love, you mean this physical attachment, and views, and will lose the seat of the thirst come one, meaning they will lose their wisdom, their seat of enlightenment to become Buddha. They cut it off. Wow. That means you will never become Buddha if you lie, okay? Even. If you kept the three precepts above, no lust, no killing, no stealing, but if you lie, you still cannot be a Buddha. Oh man, that's very strict. Keep it, guys, yeah. As much as you can, huh? So maybe you can become 50% Buddha, 60% Buddha, 80% Buddha. Huh? Or human at least, yeah? Not running around in the vicious cycle of birth and death in a lower realm. Okay, please keep the 5 precepts. The Buddha continued. They say that they have attained what they have not attained, meaning these demonic practitioners, that they have not become Buddha, but they say they are Buddha, okay? And that they have been certified when they have not been certified, meaning the Buddha or any saint have not confirmed that they have reached Buddhahood, a great enlightenment, but they go around and boast that they do, okay? This is the greatest lie. And for this, you also will go to the non-stop hell, according to Buddha, other sutra that I read. That's the most heinous lie of all, that you say you attain Buddhahood, but you have not. Yeah? Meaning deceiving other beings. And then the other beings, they follow you. They also fall into the same pit. That is why it is so bad. Yeah, this is the worst lie you can commit, because you lead other beings into the false views with you too, believing in your power when you don't have. So if you go to hell, they will have to go with you. Deceiving also deprive them from a chance to meet a real living Buddha. And that's why it's the worst sin you can commit, the worst lie ever. In Buddha, they say it's the greatest lie that you can commit, unredeemable. The Buddha warning his monks here and the future monks after his nirvana that should not do that. Yes, but the Buddha cannot warn the whole priesthood or monkhood after his nirvana. Not everybody read this. Not every monk even know this sutra. Okay? You are lucky to know it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Being a monk and nun is a very noble position, but you have to really fulfill that position with nobility, humility, and above all, enlightenment, before you even go out and preach to others and let everybody believe you. A blind lead the blind or fall into the pit. Yeah. Continue. Perhaps they seek to be foremost in the world. Yeah, fame, fortune. The most venerated and superior person. Buddha suspect that that's why they say they attain Buddhahood when they're not, okay? When they have been confirmed as a Buddha and they are not, okay? So the Buddha very polite. He say, perhaps. He doesn't say for sure they want fame and profit. Perhaps they seek to be foremost in the world, the most venerated and superior person. Perhaps not. Yeah. Perhaps, I also think maybe perhaps or perhaps not. The reason was that maybe some monks or priests, maybe they just ignorant. Yeah. And then puffed up by surrounding followers or passerby or whoever, and then, and then he thinks he is really enlightened. So perhaps he knows he's not enlightened. Perhaps he thinks he's enlightened. Yeah, because of circumstances. Not necessarily that he wants fame or profit. It just, by the way, maybe. Yeah, so Buddha said perhaps. I also say perhaps so. Yes. To their audiences, they say that they have attained the fruition of Sotapanna, means some great enlightenment status. Yeah. The fruition of a Sakridagamin, the fruition of an Anagamin, the fruition of Aharship, the Pataya Buddha vehicle, all the various levels of Bodhisattvahood up to and including the 10 grounds, in order to be revered by others and because they are greedy for offerings. Buddha said perhaps, or this reason, that some people claim that they have become Pattaya Buddha, or they have become such and such Bodhisattva, or just one time only return and never come back again, etc., etc., at different levels. And they want offering from the people, greedy offering. Because some believers, they offer anything. So that's all the reason the Buddha suspect why somebody proclaimed that they have attained this and that when they have not, okay? Now the Buddha continued. These Ichantikas, meaning the great liars, Ichantika is a Sanskrit term for such kind of people who lie about enlightenment and their saintly status. That's Ichantikas, yeah? Not normal liars. These are Ichantikas, mean greatest liar, the worst liars, yeah. These Ichantikas destroy the seeds of Buddhahood just as surely as a thala tree is destroyed if it is chopped down. A thala tree or any tree, okay? If you chop down a tree, it's chopped down, right? No more chance to live. Similarly, these Ichantikas, mean the greatest liar people, cut down their seed of future enlightenment, of Buddhahood, like a tree being chopped down. This is so bad when you lie about your achievement in spiritual practice. Should never do that. If you lie about something else, mundane way, or because of any necessity, good excuses, maybe still can be redeemed. You can still be helped and saved and become Buddha. But if you lie as Ichantikas, then you finished. You can never be anywhere near Buddhahood. You cut off your seed of enlightenment, of Buddhahood. So you'll be recycling yourself as ghosts and demons, and the most is, low devas in the low heaven, or Ashura, okay? Have power, have retinues, have followers, have magical power and all that, but you will never become a Buddha. So beware of that. Buddha continued, I command the bodhisattvas and arhats to appear after my extinction in response bodies in the Dhamma ending age. Response body is similar to the light body. Transformation body, light body. Not the real physical body, but the appearance of the body in light. So the Buddha appealed to the Buddha, Bodhisattva, and the arhats in the future, use their transformation body in the Dhamma ending age, when the Buddha has gone to their nirvana a long time, maybe 300-500 years after, and to take various forms in order to rescue those in the cycle of rebirth. Yeah, because Ananda has asked how he can help. So the Buddha keeps saying all these methods. And he even appealed to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to help other sentient beings after he's gone. They should either become shramanas, white-robed lay disciples, kings, ministers or officials, virgin youths or maidens, and so forth. Remember, he said, appear in various forms, use a transformation body to appear as if you are king, queen, etc. So some kings and queens are maybe not real physical king and queen, but the manifestation of the bodies. If they are benevolent and kind, then maybe they are a bodhisattva manifestation. Okay, and so forth. And even prostitutes, widows, profligates, thieves, butchers, or dealers in contraband, doing the same things as these kinds of people. Why? They praise the Buddha vehicle and cause them to enter somebody in body and mind. So the Buddha requests all the future monks nuns, bodhisattva, saints, to please use their power of transformation to appear in different fields of life, in different jobs, in different positions, even as prostitutes, as butchers. They're doing the same job with them. Appear like a prostitute with the prostitutes people, and therefore mingling with them, and then slowly teach them, inspire them to know the Buddha teaching, the saintly teaching. So how much sacrifice any Buddha or Bodhisattva has to undergo, nobody would know. Even become prostitute, even become butcher. Though these are even against the precepts. But you, as Bodhisattva, must do it so that you can befriend these kind of people. They are very difficult for any prostitutes or butcher to understand anything about Dharma, about true teaching. So you even have to appear to be like them and then bring them into the true path. So we should never look down upon anyone in any position, any job, however lowly or however despicable in our opinion. We should always have respect. Because they have Buddha nature inside anyway. Okay? One time I recite a poem about artisan, artisan or a prostitute. How sad she was when her so-called client left her in the middle of the night. She begged him to stay, and he did not. And one of your brothers criticized me, saying, Master, that's a prostitute poem that you recite. And I say, she is a Buddha too. And at that time, I really meant it, and I really understood it. I don't just say that, but I really know it. Many things, just like when you understand it, but you cannot explain it to others. Yeah, because you just enlightened at that moment for that thing, that subject, that object alone, yeah? One time I read one sentence in some of the Zen book, meditation book, Zen book somewhere. It says like this, in Chinese, okay? I repeat Chinese first so that I can remember in English. 我是自己开悟的，没有人是我的老师。Meaning, I am enlightened all by myself. No one is my master. I really understood that sentence, deeply understood, knowingly, and know it so well, clearly to me. So, I feel very good. I taught the disciples in Taiwan at that time. I said, you repeat all this. Is this true? Is it true? I even forget that I'm their master. If I told them to repeat like that, how would they even respect me anymore? I did not care because I understood the true meaning of it. So I taught all of them at that time, repeat after me. I alone enlighten myself. No one is my master. Repeat it. And every day we do that. Okay. And one of my so-called non-resident disciple, she went to America to give initiation to some people in America. And I told her, you have to tell them also after initiation to repeat this, okay? And the nun did. And they revolt against her. They say, she's arrogant. She teaches against my teaching. It's not true. I was the one who told her to say that because I realized really the meaning of it. And later I say, okay, don't say that no more because I realized that it's only me who understood it. And they understand nothing. So I realized that enlightenment, you can't pass on, okay? And you always enlighten in some subject after another, but not all the time and not in all subject. But when you understand one thing, that is yours. And only yours, yes. And other people might not be able to grasp it. Because it's not the words, it's your realization, it's your enlightenment in it. My God, I thought everybody would understand it. I tell them, go teach them, teach everybody. I myself do it the same. Yes?
It's the rest of the answer to what you asked me earlier about why I was crying yesterday.
Because
and
you realize something.
Yeah, it's related to what you're saying now. Master, that to be honest, many times I struggled to know about you or not. And I always had what I called an internal master, which was a voice that guided me and still told me to listen to you and still told me to trust you and still told me to come here and to follow you. And I cried yesterday at a moment when they were the same voice at the same time.
Yeah.
When your voice and my internal master were at the same time speaking, the same voice was one of the moments that I cried.
Very good.
And what you just said reminded me of that. And so I wanted to finish answering your question from before.
Very good. Okay, I was just concerned about you. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. That maybe something I said that trigger you or some sadness in you. Okay, that you might feel guilty about something. Okay, that's all. Okay, good that you know. Good that you know. Yeah, it's like that. Whatever we know, we just know. We can't explain it to somebody else because it's such a simple sentence. Yeah? I enlighten myself alone. Nobody is my master. And I really know that, what it means. And then I teach everybody because I was so happy this is the truth. And nobody understands nada. And I told my nun to tell the new disciple in America that revolt against her. They wrote letter to me, say that nun is very bad. She told us that you are not our master. That we alone are our own master. Nobody is master. That means she disregards you. I said, no, I told her to tell you. God. It was a very funny, years ago, decades ago. But this is like that. And later I realized my dumbheit, meaning my stupidity. So I tell them to stop it. They don't understand, so forget that. Yeah. Okay. Just like in some of the Zen story, one of the master, yelled very loud into one of his disciples' ears, and then he was dead for 3 days. But then, after he regained his ear sight again, he come and cried to his master, complaining, and said, I don't hear that no more. Understand? When he was deaf, he heard the inside voice, inside music. And when he regained his ear sight again, it's usual he tried to listen outside, and then he won't get it no more. Yeah, similar like that. But don't ask me to yell at you, it's different, okay? That master and that disciple is a different situation. Just like I say, I'm alone enlightened, and no one is my master, And I understand that completely. But I don't know how to explain it to you, okay? Okay, now, continue. Before the calendar ends. So the Buddha even encouraged, request on the monks, saint people in the future. After the Buddha went to Nirvana, he said, you do this, do that, do anything you can to awaken other beings, to lead them into the true path, to be even prostitutes. But imagine, you are saint, enlightened, knowing, and you have to use your power to manifest yourself as a real, like a physical prostitute, as a real physical butcher, in order to befriend these people who are supposed to be in a lowly spiritual level, who has no chance to know any master because of their position, okay? And their background, and their companies, and their job. Very difficult for them to understand anything. So you, the saint, have to use your spiritual power to be like them in order to teach them the right way of life, the right way of life. Even Jesus say he forgave the prostitute, meaning he probably gave her initiation, and even his disciple roar at him, criticize him. give her initiation, and then people, his disciples, criticize him. So only enlightened masters are non-judgmental, okay? So tolerant, so loving, and so kind. I made some offering, a substantial sum offering to a temple in Europe because I knew the old abbot. He's gone now. He's gone now, the new one coming. The old abbot was an ascetic monk, very good monk. He's mostly skinny and very funny, very funny. He went to my house, sometimes stay in my house also, of course with the other disciples. And he and other monks are very much respectful of me and loving me very much. So I still remember that temple. And I gave some donation to repair the temple and all that. I have reverence and love for the old monk, the former abbot. Sadly, he's gone. Are you better, love? You have the hot pack I gave you?
Thank you very much.
What's your name?
My name is Edwin.
Edwin?
Yes.
Thank you, Edwin. Yes. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Master.
And take good care of yourself while you are around here because we are not like a hotel. You don't have enough comfort for you.
Yes.
We never have because too many people. We can never have enough rooms for everyone. Yes, what is it, my love?
Hi, Master.
Hi.
This is the first time I've come to see you.
First time I see you.
Yes.
Fancy that. We're both the same.
I've been a Hare Krishna for 15 years.
Oh, Hare Krishna to you.
Hare Krishna, Master.
Yes.
And so many things you've said yesterday and today from the sutras that have made me realize I was with the right guru and he's passed on now.
What's his name? His name?
Krishna Das Swami.
Oh, yeah. Loving monk.
He was, Master. He made me feel the love of God than any other person I've ever known.
Oh, wonderful for you. Thank him.
But I'd like to just say two things now. His name is Edwin. My surname is Edwin. So I just want to say that everything happens for a reason and I can feel his presence right now.
Yes.
All the points you've made today about the Vedic scriptures,
it's the same like your master would say to you.
Yeah, it's exactly.
I'm sure.
And
yes.
The continuation, but the love of master there's 4 words my Guru Maharaj always repeated to me. Please forgive me. I'm not trying to bring,
No,
yeah.
Why?
Matri Deva Baba, worship your mother as if she's Lakshmi Narayan herself.
What was that?
Matri Deva Baba, like Mataji, but Matri Deva Baba. So worship any female is our mothers.
Oh.
And we should worship them as if they're God sent by God that way.
Okay.
Pitri Deva Baba, our fathers are sent to us. Love and respect our fathers. But he always used to say the third one was most important, Acharya Deva Baba. The spiritual master and the guru who's sent, they're the only ones who can take us back to God.
Yes.
Our original mothers and fathers are there. They give us worldly knowledge. They help us. They give us all the things that we need in this world to equip us for this world. But it's only a spiritual master or a guru who can send us back to the spiritual world and connect us back to God. I've watched many of your disciples on different lectures. And just watching the way you chastise them for the love of one disciple, Guru Maharaj always used to say, any spiritual master or guru has to be heavy because their relationship with their disciples is to get them to go back to God.
Yeah.
Unconditional love.
Yes.
Master, I'd just like to say thank you. All I have felt here since I've been here for 2 days is unconditional love.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. By the candor of your own disciples, they're a living example to you. And I couldn't understand. And I could. They are. They're absolutely. But even this we're children. We are children, and we're trying to find our way through. And you've been sent to show us the best way back to God.
Thank you, my love.
And we're not perfect. But Master, please, thank you very, very much. I really, really do love you from my heart, and I will do the best to be one of your following disciples.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Master.
Blessed is your guru who taught you the right things and the right way and the humility that he taught you and the enlightenment that he led you to.
Please forgive me if I've offended in any way whatsoever.
No.
I didn't know the protocol, so I was just holding back, and this was the right moment.
Never.
Because the young gentleman, the things he said, really, really touched me. The fact that his inner voice and your voice came to him at the same time, that is probably the most perfect realization one can have.
I and your masters are one.
Thank you.
Really, they're
Absolutely.
working together to uplift humankind.
Yes.
We have no competition between each other. We love each other and we are buddies.
Hare Krishna, Master.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes. Thank you for your loving comments, and blessed be your Guru forever. May he always guide you and never leave you. Even though with me, my assistant, may he always be your Guru, the best, and always guide you in perfection. And may you always remember him, your inner master. Okay, all right. This is very emotional to me. Any gurus are precious. In India, they revere Guru more than God. They say, what God did to me, just throw me into the sea of suffering of existence. Only my Guru liberates me, love me, protect me, and take me home. They praise Guru all the time.
Please forgive me again. I don't mean to interrupt. But there was what you said about because I've followed martial arts all my life. So when you said that about these things, the Shaolin monks have this, the candles burnt upon their head as a self-sacrifice that they will do the best they can for mankind.
Yes.
Even what they're learning is to serve their nation, to serve their community.
Yeah.
So when I heard you say that, after all this time, it was such an enlightening thing to understand why these three. It was really, really wonderful.
I never mentioned it before.
Yeah, and having come here, all the Shaolin monks, all the Buddha Dharma, everything is this whole place.
It just happened already.
Absolutely.
They exist before we bought it. So I just keep it as is.
No,
I was going to maybe ask for Jesus statues outside and some other master to put around to compete with all these monks. Some things we have removed. Yes. And the former owner removed. But the former owner also vegetarian. That's why they were very happy that we bought it. He worried that some other business come in and do the killing and meat and every day. And he's very happy that we're vegetarian. Okay.
Just one more thing and then...
Tell me.
What you were saying about the grains, what you explained about Buddha, the Buddha saying about the grains. In Krishna consciousness, we keep Ekadashi 2 days a month.
Yes.
And we fast from grains and beans. So it all ties in. Everything Guru Maharaj just said, you not only have you confirmed it, but you're taking it to that next level. And in this age, to have a living master gives everything a lot more potent. And we need to realize this is not just by chance. Guru Maharaj used to say, we are the most fortunate people on the planet in this age.
It is.
But we're the most unfortunate because at every given moment, we will turn our backs on God through some kind of distraction. We know the names of God. We know his love. And yet at every given moment, Maya will play with us. But we are the most, in this age of Kali Yuga, we're the most treasured because every person we meet, we're given God's name or his love in some way.
Yes.
And your disciples do live to this. You're the first person I hear who talks about the planet or the cosmos or the universe as one. You care so much about all the living beings. Just to see this. I remember when I watched the lecture.
Just natural.
Yeah, but everyone is trying to destroy the world. Everyone is arguing in the world. Everyone is upset with their neighbors. And here comes Master who just talks about saving the planet. I remember watching you cry in one of your lectures because of so many animals that had perished. And it just left me that evening. It was just totally. I got introduced to you 5 years ago. And I've just always been interested. And to be sitting here now, listening to you is almost like I'm listening to the lecture. I had trouble focusing on you because I'm trying to be. So please forgive me. I will not take up no one else's time.
What are you doing?
No. Thank you, everyone.
What are you
Thank
saying?
you so much. This is for everybody. It's a retreat, and it's
for enlightening people. It's very good.
No, thank you very much.
So they don't look at my calendar. That you look at You're saving me. Yeah, it's good that you say something that is so noble and kind. It's you uplifting them, you enlightening them. Yes, and I'm so proud to have you among this congregation. Yeah, Continue to be a good monk. Continue to be a good nun, okay? And the Korean nun or whomever, where are they? Normally, I said a long time ago, the nuns and the monks should sit in the front so that you don't rub elbow with them and keep them more pure. There's a Korean monk there, nuns there. You come sit here. The nuns and the monks come sit here. I just don't want people to rub off on you some of their mundane energy. If you like, please sit here. Normally, I tell them to let the monks and the nuns sit kind of a little separately, distantly. They have forgotten. And I can't keep saying that every day, you know. No matter if you think you're equal to them or not, you're monks and nuns and you deserve more respect and distance, okay? So you feel like you're still at home. When you go out and preach and then you mingle with people, it's different. Here, come here, sit. Yeah. If you like to there, it's fine. And the Hindu nun, you stay there. Okay, you sit. Kamsahamnida. That's all I know. Anasio. And Hindi, I don't know much. Only Bahut Acha. Bahut Acha. Bahanji. Sister, great sister. Ji is mean great, okay? So if you don't know any other Hindi, you just say, Namaste, Ji, then it's fine. People know you respect. Okay, can I continue now? You have any more? Oh, so your calendar is very short. I was happy that he took over some of my calendar. Now he stopped. Feel free, okay, to speak anything you want. You also? Okay. Good, wonderful. I can forget my calendar for now. Tell me.
One question on the poem that you were talking about that was you were reciting, that you said that you knew she was a Buddha. That poem?
The poem?
Yes. You said you knew she was a Buddha or something.
Yes.
Were you saying like she had come back as a Buddha, or she was like, we're all
No, I said she's also the Buddha. I mean, everyone has Buddha inside.
That's what I just want to clarify.
Okay. I did not predict anything. I just looked as a soul level.
I didn't know she was.
No. It's not like that. No. Okay. I just said it as a fact that she has Buddha inside, and we should have the same respect. And I say that because that moment of realization, of true statements, okay? But if I say that to other people, maybe they don't understand what I'm talking about. Maybe that's why you're a little bit confused. I did not predict. I state the fact that she's a Buddha, so there's no need for him to talk to me like that about her.
That's what I was thinking, but I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, it's clear now?
Thank you.
Okay. I thought you took over my calendar, but you just have a short question. Fine. So I still have to continue. Okay. When I said that to that Vietnamese disciple, I really understood that. I really meant it as well. But when I say it now, it's not the same like at that moment, because I really meant that. I really knew that. I really understood that she's a Buddha inside. I look at the soul level, you know. Sometimes I look in different eyes. Yeah?
I had a question, actually. Something you said a long time ago made me think of something. But since you're inviting calendar talking, I figure I'll ask. It's about doubt, Master. I wonder about how doubt works in the mind, because it's interesting that sometimes it seems not like my mind is doubting something that it believes. It's like I have two minds, one that believes and one that doubts.
Yes.
Earlier today, for example, I discovered a tree in our meditating area, and it was like it was a very powerful tree. It kind of called out to me, and I touched it, and it felt like maybe Buddha tree or something like that. And I felt this powerful energy from it, but I doubted it, and I had somebody else come, and I just said, "Hey, touch this tree." And they did, and they smiled for a second, and then after a few seconds, I saw like this tree reaction, and I'm like, oh, you feel it too.
You too felt it.
And I knew that it was true, but then also the other side, the other brain doubted it. And I had another person touch the same tree and watched the same thing on their face a third time. And I know in my heart that this tree is powerful.
Still doubt.
There's still that voice somewhere in the brain that says, no, you know, and I don't
kill
know
that voice.
How do I kill that voice, Master?
Just ignore it.
Okay.
You're a smart person. You should know which is correct, which is not.
I do.
Yeah, so then
but the
listen
voice
to yourself.
Still talks to me.
Ignore it, okay? You're a smart person. You know what's right, what's wrong, okay?
Okay.
No need to doubt when something is real. I told you guys some times ago, last year or something, in one of the lecture, I say in Sihu, I say this tree, that tree, many of them on the 5th level even. At least 3rd level or 4th level.
I found one of them.
Yes. So they are in the world to bless the world. How else would they be able to give oxygen to us? I say all the trees, you know, some of them very high level. And I point to some of the trees and see what they are 5th level, okay? And they're blessing the world. And we are the one who kill them without thanking, okay? So you experience one of that. But if you touch a tree again tomorrow, you might not feel the same, okay? It might not reveal itself to you, okay? So don't be surprised if tomorrow you come touch and, nothing happened. Maybe I was wrong yesterday, and you doubt again. Don't do that. Be spontaneous. Be a child. Except you become a child, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. What is kingdom of God? Is this blissfulness that you feel inside, the happiness, you know, the childlike innocence, fearless, okay? Only love and happiness. That is a child, the kingdom of childhood, okay? Kids, they don't fear anything. They're always happy, okay? All right. I'll tell you one story. Sometimes when your mind is pure, you perceive things around you, and other time you don't, okay? One time I was in Sihu. I took care of some of the workers, SMTV worker or some resident. And I told them they have to buy a sofa because the office is very austere, you know, only a table and a swivel chair, yes, and a computer, nothing else, austere. We were so hurried to make the SMTV that I have not allowed time to do the decoration for them. I said, we have to do it now. The war is starting soon. We must do it now. Forget about decoration because they promised another 2 months until the office finished. I said, why? It's all done. We have table, we have chairs. I said, we still need to decorate. I said, no. We have to begin now. So we begin without any ado, you know, without any picture or decoration on the wall, nothing, okay? But I say you have to be comfortable, yeah, because you work all day and you need some sofa, okay? Sometimes if you're tired of sitting, maybe you can recline on the sofa and do some computer work. So I told them, why are you laughing? This is what I told them, okay? Longer sofa and comfortable so that you can even, you know, resting while you're working. Or when you need to take a rest, a little nap at midday, after lunch, or you just sit there comfy to meditate. They also have cushion, of course, and all that. But I say, no, sofa is more comfortable. So you can meditate. Understand? Yeah. So I told them to buy some sofa. Okay, they bought similar sofa for everybody, including for me. Oh, I told them I hate this sofa. Because it's so narrow, you know, and very high in the back is okay. It's not all that. I say, I don't really like this sofa very much. I imagine you would buy, because I didn't see their sofa yet. I only knew my sofa. It's a very narrow and a very high in the back, okay? I say, you okay with all this? They say, okay, master, okay, we're okay with our sofa. Very comfortable, very comfortable. So meditation or resting, you know. I say, you can also sit there while you're eating, you know, take a rest from your computer. Yes, put your feet on, or meditate, or eating, you know, relax, yeah, so you don't always have to work too hard, all the time. Take a break. Sit on the sofa, lay on it, do whatever. Read a book or whatever. Okay, fine. Listen to music, whatever. Okay. So we bought many sofas. I say buy as many as you can put in your room without crowding it, yeah? Without uncomfortably crowding it. So they bought many. They bought some for me too. One. And I said, I don't like my sofa. You like yours? Oh, yes, we're very comfortable. We love it. We use it every day. I said, okay then, as long as you like it, it's okay. I don't want to keep changing my sofa again because it's heavy, People have to buy it and bring it in, bring it out. So I said, okay, I accept my sofa, but I don't like it. I'm always very straight like that. Whatever I don't like, I cannot say, oh, I like, or it's okay. I just say, I don't like. And loud and clear, but accepting, okay? I accept things doesn't mean I like it. I like things doesn't mean I have to have it, okay? So it's just like that. Okay, one day, after a while, I went to their office. And I want to see what they're working, if anything I could do to help to make them more comfortable, okay? Oh, they have good kitchen at that time. Big refrigerator. Good sink, everything brand new, everything, okay, comfortable. Not luxury, but comfortable. I said, oh, I like your kitchen. I will move in here, man. I say that. And then I go to see their sofa. And I say, wow, this is exactly the sofa I want you to have. Bright color, whitish color, and white with the curving a little bit back. It's like a reclining sofa, but very big, white, leather-like, but it's not leather, okay? Look very luxury and comfortable, inviting and big. You can sleep on it all day. So, wow, this is what I want. How come you don't buy me this kind of thing? And they told me, Master, you have the same sofa. I said, what? No, it's not the same. Mine is green color, and the back is high and the front is narrow. This is luxury, big, long, reclining, look like a royalty. And they're all very dumbfounded. Master, you had exactly the same. I said, all right, okay, never mind. I don't mind. Whatever, okay, as long as you're comfortable, at least you're comfortable. And I keep wondering about it, why they lie to me. I know my sofa. It's not like that sofa. I know it. And later I keep calling one after another. I say, tell me what kind of sofa you have there. Just tell me, just between you and me. Master, you know it. It's the same in your office. I say, no, I want the truth. I say, Master, I swear to God, it's the truth. Okay. I say, they are not very honest to me. I say nothing. I ask the other guy, describe to me the sofa that I saw the other day. That I look in front of it and I say, it's a beautiful sofa. Describe it to me in color, detail. How big, how long, detail, color, what kind of color. And they told me exactly the same. Exactly the same like the other guy. It greenish, I say, is it big in the front? No, it's okay, about this big. Then it's the same like my sofa. How about behind? It's like this high, the same as my sofa. No, not again. I told you, tell me the truth. I just want to know why you told me it's the same as my sofa. But it's not the same at all. Why would I praise a sofa when I don't like it? If I don't like my sofa, why I praise the same one in your office? I'm very straight and honest. I never say things that is not true. No, Master, it's the same one. 3, 4 of them, and all of them tell me the same thing. Oh, I was very frustrated. So I said, okay, tell me, is there another sofa somewhere that has been moved? Maybe before I was in your office, now it moved somewhere without you guys knowing. No, Master, he's always been here. It never has any other sofa anywhere else in the whole ashram. I said, how about in International Garden? Is it the same? It's similar, Master, just different color. I said, what color? I said, greenish also. I can't believe it. And then they know each other. They say, yeah, Master, stand in front of that sofa and praise it. And say, she loved that style and that sofa. It's not. Just my eyes see different. It's the same sofa Exactly the same. They buy many and they give me one. And they have 6, for example, like that. But I saw that day is completely different. It's the ideal sofa that I wanted them to have. What I wanted them to have in my mind is exactly the same as what I saw that day, but it doesn't exist at all anywhere in the ashram. Nobody ever bought it. Nobody ever saw it. It's not anywhere. I asked the whole ashram, everybody. Nobody saw anything like what I said. So you understand what I'm saying?
I think so.
Yeah?
I'm enjoying the story either way.
Okay. You don't believe me? You ask some of the SMTV people. Yeah, the story is still circulating somewhere, but they probably think I'm cuckoo, you know? How can I explain that? I said, really? It cannot be optical illusion because the color is all different. The size is different. The style is very royal-like, you know, beautiful, reclining kind of sofa in your, beautiful mansion somewhere. White color instead of green. How can you see green into white? I'm not colorblind. I saw all the color. This is pink, okay? This is creamy color. This is deeper pink. And this is yellow, lemon yellow, for example. I know all the color. This is purplish, okay? This is deep purple. This is green. I'm not colorblind. I passed my driving license. It's apple red, green, white, mauve color. They call it mauve, something like that. Skin color, okay? Kind of. I'm not colorblind. How can a green sofa appear into white, sleek, and shining leather-like, but it's not leather, very inviting, very comfortable, like you could stay there, sleep all day. And that's the sofa I wanted them to have. I told them to buy that kind of sofa. So I thought they bought it until I saw the difference. Until now, I still can't figure it out. So I asked the heaven, what is it? You tricked me or something? Why did I see the sofa, different color, different style, different size? This is your pure mind and make it like that. Yeah. Just like one day I sat in my office in the old house, made into office with dog sofa and bed all over around me, yeah, so that I can work and be with dogs same time. There's nothing really much that you can envy. And then I looked outside before the dogs came long ago. When I first or second time came back to Taiwan, and I saw outside, oh, it's like Europe. Like European, it's not like the scenery that I have seen before, not like Taiwan style, not the same. So I said, where am I? I said to myself, where am I? I thought I came back to Taiwan. How come I am in Europe? The energy. You understand? The scenery and the energy, feeling is all Europe. It's not Taiwan at all. Different level of energy, different elevation. So I couldn't believe myself. I thought, I came back to Taiwan already. How come I'm in Europe? Are you there? No, I'm in Taiwan. Because the old table and all that is a Taiwan. It's just surrounding is like Europe. So I call everybody again. Where am I? Even one sister, the cook from Loving Hood in Austria, you know. I call her also, after all, because I don't believe the Taiwanese people. I thought they just say what I want to hear. So I call a Vietnamese cook. So I call her last minute. And last one I call. I say, am I still in Austria with you? Am I in somewhere in Europe? Are you coming here with me or you came after? Where am I? Am I in Taiwan or anyway? I know I went back to Taiwan. How come I see Europe? She said, you are in Taiwan, master. So I said, okay, I give up. Whatever, as long as I feel good. Yeah, the energy is elevated into different kind of more developed type of country. Taiwanese people, they're very kind, but they're very casual about their environment. Many places are very casual, you know. Maybe they're more inside. They don't care much of the outside. Yeah. I'm telling you, yeah. There's no end to all kind of things that I saw. Yeah.
Master, talking about the trees and energy, I was recently in Vancouver, Canada, and my husband took me into a little village called the Whistler. It has 3 beautiful lakes, like the one picture behind you, yes. And talking about trees, I was so touched. We went into mountain to look the waterfalls, and coming inside, humongous big trees. The moment I stepped inside of starting in a wood area, I'm feeling the vibration of the tree, but immense love. I start crying, and my husband was in front of me. He looked back and he said, "What happened?" I said, "I just felt the love from the trees."
forest, yes.
I was just going and touching them and sending the love back to them. It was so touching that the energy of love and the vibration, so beautiful, pure love, giving. They are giving us love.
That's so true. That's
beautiful.
That is true when you can experience that. This is true like that. Every being is living, and very pure inside. If you tune into them, if you can, and they really talk to you, they really send you love and send you enlightenment, encouragement, all kind of things. Yes, okay.
Hi, Master.
Hi.
This is the first time being here.
Fancy, me too.
Yes. Waiting for this moment, 20 years, yes. I just want to say thank you, and in these days, I feel much love. I have been seeing you inside, like you in different time of life, different manifested bodies, in all these days, all the time. I don't have words for express all I am feeling.
Okay, just love. Okay, enjoy.
Thank you. And brothers and sisters from Peru wants to.
Oh, they're lovely people.
Manifest their love too.
Lovely. Please send them my regards also. Yeah, my love. Yeah. Okay, we go back to the Buddha now, huh? Okay, the Buddha said that people should not be lying. Should not tell lies. And then the Buddha said conclusively that this is the 4th clear and unalterable instruction on purity given by the thirst come ones and the Buddhas and the world-honored ones in the past, and also him as well, past, present. Meaning is the true teaching from all the saints, not just the Shakyamuni Buddha. Good. So he said, therefore, Ananda, one who does not cut off lying, is like a person who carves a piece of human excrement, he said, to look like chandana, maybe sandalwood, something. He wants to carve a tattoo from sandalwood, but he used excrement instead, hoping to make it fragrant. Yes, sandalwood. He hoped that piece of poo become sandalwood. He is attempting the impossible. Wow, that extreme. The Buddha warns us that if you don't keep the precept, even just one of them, like the lying precept, saying the truth, if you don't keep it, if you don't avoid lying, then you're attempting the impossible, like making a piece of poo become a sandalwood statues, like that, okay? I teach the bhikkhus, the Buddha say, I teach the monks that the straight mind is the bodhimanda, mean the method of cultivation. Straight mind you must have. Mean clean, honest, keeping precept. And that they should practice the 4 awesome deportments in all their activities, since they should be devoid of all falseness. How can they claim to have themselves attained the abilities of a superior person? If they're not full of truth, yeah? If they are just falseness, then they cannot claim to be a superior person, meaning like sainthood or somebody of great moral principle. That would be like a poor person falsely calling himself an emperor. For that, he would be taken and executed. Wow, that extreme. If we don't keep the precept, it is truly that extremely unfavorable for our practice. It's like the opposite direction. Somebody don't translate to you? You okay? Ça va? Bone? Bono? Okay. He just so mesmerized, he just then he forget to help you translation. He just sit there. You saw the light?
Big light, big light.
Big light where?
See, shocked me, sorry. I saw.
My light?
Very, very bright.
Very bright,
sorry.
So you forgot.
I forgot, sorry. Really, really.
Good. You have good excuse. Forgive him. It's good excuse. I really mean it. Yes. Yeah. I saw him like stiff, sitting there. So it's okay. If you see the light, bless you. Good. Good excuse. Really mean. Okay. Don't worry. Continue to see the light. Forget about him. Light is more important. And later you can tell him, okay? Or he can listen again from SMTV.
Okay, sorry, Master.
It's all right. You see the light is good for you.
Very, very bright.
Yeah,
bigger,
I'm glad.
Bigger.
I'm glad you did, okay? So don't worry. I forgive you.
Okay, thank you, Master.
I'm glad for you. Why forgiving? You do nothing wrong. I'm just feel sorry for him. You have to learn English. I told everybody learn English. The most common language. Easy to translate, easy to understand. Do you understand? Good. Very good. Okay. So the Buddha say, if we don't keep the precepts, the moral principle, okay, by avoiding tell lie, by being honest, by being compassionate, no killing, no eating meat, by being pure, in body and mind, then if we practice, it's as if we falsely claim that we are the king and we will be chop head. That extreme, that dramatic. That's what the Buddha wants to really, really tell us. It is really important to keep precept. He went into all these extreme examples to make us really understand and believe what he's saying. The Buddha don't tell lie, okay? He would never. What for? He's a monk, okay? He don't tell lie. He has no reason to. He has no reason. If you keep a precept or not keep a precept, would the Buddha become any better? For himself? Benefit him in any way? Make him fatter? More handsome? More worship? No? Yes or no? No. So he has no reason to tell his monks any lie at all. So he told the truth. Even then he went to all the extreme parable examples, so that really they have to know this is very, very, very important to keep the moral standard. Okay. My humble opinion. Okay. Now, much less should one attempt to usurp the title of Dharma King. When the cause ground is not true, the effects will be distorted. One who seeks the Buddha's body, in the Buddha wisdom, enlightenment, in this way is like a person who tries to bite his own navel. Can you do that? I can. No, cannot. Meaning impossible. Can you bite your navel? No. No? No. Even Supreme Master cannot. You think Master can do everything? No, I can't. Buddha means impossible. If you don't keep the precept, it's impossible for you to be anything but these above-mentioned demons, ghosts, and whatever, Yaksa, Dracula, whatever he meant. Yeah. So, who could possibly succeed? He asked a question, but the question answers itself. So, if monks' minds are as straight as the lute string, lute have strings, like instrument, musical instrument. If the bhikshu's minds are as straight as the lute strings, true and real in everything they do, then they can enter samadhi and never be involved in the deeds of demons. I certify that such people will accomplish the bodhisattva unsurpassed knowledge and enlightenment. He guaranteed that even from the mouth of the Buddha. He guaranteed that if we kept the precept and seeking enlightenment through meditation at the same time, he guaranteed that you will be enlightened. You'll be a saint. Yeah. So believe the Buddha, even if you don't believe me. Okay. What I have said here is the Buddha's teaching. The Buddha said again, any explanation counter to it is the teaching of the Papian, means heretic. It's 1 o'clock, not true. My calendar really run out. Okay, tomorrow, yeah? We should really thank the past masters, monks and nuns and scholars who have taken time to record the Buddha's teaching after the master's nirvana, and also for the past and present persons, lay or monks or nuns who have really dedicated themselves, sacrificed their time and precious health or under any difficult situation to translate this so that I can read it to you. And we have to thank them. And may they be blessed forever by all the Buddhas, past, present, and future. May their merit be immense. May they be liberated forever. Thank you. Okay, curtain call long enough. Thank you. I thank you for being patient and listening with awe and and hoorah and all that. That's really keep me awake. Thank you, Yeah, for understanding, and thank you for being good. I don't know if I can finish. I don't know if I can finish what I promised you during this retreat, but we all try. Okay, Amitabha. Okay, chocolate. Chocolate. Snowflake. Give it to the old brother Leach. Yeah, from Ireland. I have so much respect and regard for you guys. So high in age and uncomfortable, still go all the way here to sit on the floor. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Yeah. Surely God will bless you. I will God I bless you. Share with your neighbor, okay? Sharing is a virtue, right? Love you, love you. Buddha bless you. God bless you. All the master, gurus bless you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for being good. See you tomorrow.
ท่านผู้ชมที่เคารพเราชื่นชมที่ท่านมารับชมสำหรับรายการในวันนี้เรื่องสุรางคมสูตรคำสอน4ข้อที่ชัดเจนและไม่เปลี่ยนแปลงในเรื่องความบริสุทธิ์ละเว้นจากการลักขโมยและกล่าวเท็จตอนที่7ของ7ตอนในระหว่างอาจารย์และลูกศิษย์โปรดติดตามชมโทรทัศน์สุพรีมมาสเตอร์สำหรับรายการเชิงบวกที่มากกว่านี้รายการต่อไปคือรายการชุดหลายตอนในคำพยากรณ์โบราณเกี่ยวกับโลกของเราคำทำนายแห่งยุคทองตอนที่36พระแม่ไตรยพุทธเจ้าและการชุมนุมที่ยอดเยี่ยมและมีเสน่ห์น่าดึงดูดใจหลังจากข่าวเด่นขอให้อาณาจักรแห่งสวรรค์ประทานแด่คุณด้วยความสง่างามทางจิตวิญญาณ Respected viewers, we appreciate your company for today's episode entitled The Surangama Sutra, the four clear and unalterable instructions on purity, defense from stealing and lying, part 7 of 7, on between master and disciples. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more positive programming. Coming up next is multi-part series on ancient predictions about our planet, Prophecy of the Golden Age, Part 36, Maitreya Buddha and the Splendid and Glamorous Gatherings, right after noteworthy news. May the heavenly realms endow you with spiritual splendor.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.